Hi, thanks for having me again today. Which countries buy the most cars in the world? When people think about cars, they usually think about Germany, Japan, or the United States. After all, these countries are home to some of the world's most famous car brands. But here is a more interesting question. Which countries actually buy the most cars? The answer may surprise you. The world's largest car market is not Germany. It is not Japan. It is in fact China. And China is not just number one. It is by far ahead of everyone else. Every year, more than 34 million vehicles are sold in China. That is roughly 1/3 of all vehicle sales worldwide. Think about that for a moment. 1 out of every 3 vehicles sold on Earth is sold in China. Why? The answer starts with population. China has more than 1.4 billion people, but population alone is not enough. Over the past few decades, hundreds of millions of Chinese citizens moved into the middle class. As incomes increased, more people could afford to buy cars. The result was the creation of the world's largest automobile market. Now, let's move to the second place, the United States. America sells 16.6 million vehicles every year. That is less than half of China's total, but it still makes the United States one of the most important car markets in the world. Americans love their vehicles. The country is large. Many people travel long distances for work and daily life. For millions of households, owning a car is a necessity rather than luxury. Then comes India. India is one of the most fascinating stories in the global car industry. The country now sells around 5.5 million vehicles annually. As incomes rise and more families enter the middle class, car ownership continues to grow rapidly. Many analysts believe India could become an even bigger force in the global automobile market in the years ahead. Next is Japan, with approximately 4.5 million vehicle sales per year. Japan has one of the most advanced automobile industries in the world. Companies such as Toyota, Honda, Nissan are recognized globally. Yet, Japan's domestic market is much smaller than China's because the population is much smaller. Germany comes next with roughly 3.2 million annual vehicle sales. Germany is famous for brands such as BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen. But Germany's importance comes less from the size of its domestic market and more from its influence as a major producer and exporter of high-quality vehicles. Now, here is something even more interesting. Different countries prefer different types of vehicles. In the United States, pickup trucks dominate. The Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling vehicles for decades. In China, local brands have become increasingly popular, with companies such as Geely competing strongly in the domestic market. In India, consumers often prefer affordable sedans and hatchbacks, such as the Maruti Suzuki. And in Japan, where cities are dense and parking space is limited, small vehicles known as kei cars are extremely popular. One of the best-selling examples is the Honda N-Box. So what does all of this tell us? It tells us that car markets are shaped by more than wealth. They are shaped by geography, by culture, by income levels, by infrastructure, and by the daily needs of ordinary people. The world's largest car markets are not necessarily the countries that build the most famous cars, and the countries that build the most famous cars are not always the countries that buy the most cars. But for now, one fact stands above all others. When it comes to vehicle sales, China is the undisputed king. The real question is this: will China eventually dominate global car exports in the same way it dominates global car sales? That is a story worth exploring. Thanks for watching, and please do not forget to leave a comment, share this video, and like this page. Thank you.